Show. Be inspired, be empowered. The Anouk Show. Thursday morning on GSSL Radio. Hey.
Are you looking to amplify your brand? Well, look no further. Linked Superpowers is the company for you. Linked Superpowers is a cutting-edge global branding, social media, and PR agency. They help to reshape professional visibility and influence. They've been in business for a decade now, and they are on top of the game with proven results. Reach out to Linked Superpowers at www.linkedsuperpowers.com.
The Anouk Show. Yeah. Anouk Hey, Show. What you say? Anouk Show. Be motivated. Anouk Show. Yeah, yeah. The Anouk Show.
Hey, this is your girl Anouk, and welcome to another episode of The Anouk Show. We are here to inspire, motivate, encourage, and empower. As we wrap up the first month of this 2025 year, it's a perfect time to pause and reflect. How has your journey been so far? Are you stepping into each day with purpose and clarity? Let's remind ourselves of the importance of being intentional. Are your actions aligning with your goals and values? Have you taken time to set meaningful intentions for the months ahead? So continue to join Anouk Show every Thursday morning, same time, as we explore these questions and more, focusing on how to live with intentions in every aspect of life. So let's make the rest of this 2025 year truly impactful together.
The Anouk Show. Yeah. Anouk Hey, Show. What you say? Anouk Show. Be motivated. Anouk Show. Yeah, yeah. The Anouk Show.
Alone in a room, it's just me and you. I feel so lost because I don't know what to do. Now, what if I choose the wrong thing to do? I'm so afraid of disappointing you. So I need to talk to you and ask you for your guidance, especially today. When my life is so cloudy, guide me until I'm sure. I open up my heart. My hopes and my dreams are fading fast. I'm all burned out, and I don't think my strength's gonna last. So I'm crying out to you. Lord, I know that you're the only one who's able to pull me through. So I need to talk to you and ask you for your guidance, especially today when my life is so cloudy. Lord, guide me until I am sure. I open up my heart. Oh, yes, I do. So show me how to do things your way. Don't let me make the same mistakes over and over again. Your will be done, and I'll be the one to make sure that it's carried out. And in me, I don't want any doubt. That's why I want to talk to you and ask you for your guidance, especially today when my life is a little bit cloudy. Lord, you can guide me through. That's why I open up my heart. Open up my heart. All I need to do is just to hear a single word from you. Oh, I open up my heart. Just one word can make a difference in what I do, Lord. Lord, guide me until I'm sure. I open up my heart. Won't you just say one word? I open up my heart to you. You are the lover of my soul, the captain of my sea. I need a word from you. That's why I open up my heart.
It's inspiration time. Come on and renew your mind. Everybody, it's inspiration time.
Brandon. I am so excited that you're here on the Anouk Show today. How are you doing?
I'm blessed this morning. It's beautiful wind this morning, even though it's gloomy outside. God still allowed us to wake up and see this day.
Yeah, so Brandon, I remember meeting you, and you were such a gentleman. It was at the McDonald's, and you saw me coming, you opened the door for me. And what I'm seeing in this day and time, you don't often see that, where you see men being gentlemen. So as we begin to talk, you begin to talk about your work as a fitness coach, which definitely inspired me because I need to build my strength in this season, and you are helping me to build that strength. But as we began to get to know each other, you began to tell me to Google you, and you began to tell me some of your story. And I really was inspired by your story. So I want to dig into that a bit. So, kind of tell me about your childhood.
But my childhood, I came up, I'm the second oldest. I got two brothers, my sister. Coming up, I had real bad ass, so I wasn't able to do a lot of things that kids was doing. As a matter of fact, for a few years, to live in the bubble, and just like my mom used to push me to the window. I just to watch the kids outside play, but couldn't go out because the pollen had already collapsed my lungs once. So they wasn't even thinking I was going to live to even see 50 years old. But that's God's decision, because today I'm 3. My mom was out of school for 25 and a half years. I come up making A's and B's. So like we went back and you said I opened the door for you and spoke to you. Just some things you never get, as come up being taught the right way. But life has a way of throwing a curveball. And that's when the devil attacks you, But the devil attacks you because you weak. Don't never get that twisted. The devil attacks people because he sees God in them. They're a threat, and he don't want you on that side, because there's nobody that you will see right now that a lot of people say, God ain't doing nothing to these murderers and these kidnappers and these robbers, and he's doing this, he's doing that. The devil is not attacking them. The devil's not going to attack because he already have them. They're already doing wrong. He wants ones that's not doing wrong. But coming up, I had a good life. My mom, she gave me everything I want, everything I asked for, because like I said, the doctors had already said I wasn't going to live to see 15 years old.
Brandon, and I think I just heard you say, not only did you see past 15, but you are 53. So it's amazing that a lot of times we listen to these doctors, and the doctors may have what we call the facts, but God has the truth, and God makes the final say. So I am so happy that God has allowed you to be on this earth more than just those 15 years, because now you're having the opportunity to impact so many people's lives. I do want to talk about a big challenge that you faced in your life. So if you can kind of share with this listening audience about a big challenge that you faced and how you were able to have resilience through that challenge.
The challenge that I faced in my life was in 1996. I received a life sentence for armed robbery that I didn't commit. So life means life, especially in Louisiana. But man gave me life on paper. He didn't give me life on earth. So that's why I'm able now to share and converse with you and speak, because I wasn't even supposed to be here. But by me keeping God first, even when the outcome didn't even seem like I was going to regain my freedom, I always trusted God. I never gave up, because, you got two kinds of people in this world. You got the people that's going to pray on you, which is PREY. And you got the people that's going to pray for you. And you got to pick which one in your life, what side you want to be on. Me, I chose to be on the side that the people was praying for me. PRAY. And that's why I'm here today. I did 25 and a half years on that life sentence. And to this day, I still haven't seen a mental health doctor. I don't take any medicine. I don't do the things or went through the things that a lot of guys that did the same amount of time that I did gave up. Because like I said, God is in me, and I know he's in me, and I know he's for me. And that's why I came out here with a different mindset. I could have came out here bitter. I could have came out here angry. I could have came out here trying to get revenge, but I didn't. And that's what you call maturity. And while I was doing that time, that 25 and a half years, to this day, I embrace it, because during that time teaches you a lot of things about life. It's the small things that you miss, the intangible things, just being able to get up in the middle of the night and just go to the refrigerator, or get up in the middle of the night and go in and check on your mom and kiss on the forehead, or just play with a dog, or go outside in your own driveway. When you're incarcerated, you can't do none of those things. You're only able to do the things that you are told to do and the things that you are told not to do. So imagine going through 25 and a half years of not being able to do what you want to do, or even speak when you want to speak. You can't. But God delivered me. And to this day, that's why I do his work. That's why I get up every morning with the mindset of trying to help the next individual, whether it's working out, whether it's opening the door, or helping people with grocery, or coming out my own pocket, giving a person some money that I see that's walking on the side of the road with signs that say I work for food. I'm blessed to even be in this position.
Brandon, you have such a great attitude. You served 25 and a half years for a crime that you did not commit. And you have such a great attitude. And remembering when I first saw you, I get out the car, you open the door, and I'm thinking that is so very kind. And now in my life, I'm trying to be more intentional, that life is short, life is precious, and that we have to make moments count with the people that count. And so family is so key and important to me. So I want to make sure that I'm intentional. Deliberate about making more memories with, my mother and other family members. So recently, my aunt, my mom, and I work with you. And one of the things that my mom has stated when we leave the training sessions is, wow, he's so kind. He's so considerate. He walks us to our car to make sure we're safe. And you help my mom and my aunt in the car. Those small gestures go a long way and mean so much. And so we know that God is up to something with you. And there was a reason that God had to protect you from something else to have you in that situation from 25 and a half years. And I thank God that he's allowed our paths to cross. And I cannot wait to see everything that God has in store for you. So when you kind of think about all that you went through, what were you thinking when you were sitting there in prison for those 25 and a half years?
A lot of the thoughts that went through my head was, at first, it was the question I used to always ask myself was, why me? But then, like I said, as I matured as I became older, as I seen other individuals, taking their lives. I even witnessed correction officers killing other inmates. I started I really stopped questioning myself. Why not me? Let me see if I got the strength, because God said in his word what? That I was made in the likeness of him. And a lot of people forget that even Jesus did time. And every day, every Sunday, where are we? We uplifting songs and praises in his name because he died for us. Everybody that followed Jesus was some kind of criminal. And these are the individuals that we read to. We pray to Jesus. We rely on God because we know that his word ain't never came back void. I go through challenges right now today, but I ask a lot of people, you forgave Jesus, why can't you forgive me? Because Jesus was convicted of something that he didn't do. I was convicted of something that I didn't do, but still some people still turn their head up to me. They turn their nose up to me. But you know what I do? I smile, because that adds to the strength that I know that's inside of me. It's not just physical strength, it's spiritual. See, I'm a spiritual person. I'm a spiritual man. I'm not a religious man. I'm a spiritual man. Because each and every day, I know one thing. If there was more men like me, like you say, I'll open the door. If we had more black men like me, we can change the mindsets of some of these kids that's out here shooting each other and killing each other behind nothing, behind territory that they don't even own. See, that's the mission that I'm on right now, because I don't want those children and those kids to go through what I went through, because they don't understand the laws, and people confuse earthly laws with heavenly laws. God gave us all the mindsets to know right from wrong, good from evil. We don't have the type of people that's in place to teach, to reach, to even love, because look at what we're doing. Each and every day I wake up, every morning I wake up, it's the first thing I do, I pray. The second thing I do, I check on my mom. Third thing I do, I turn the TV on, I watch the news. And the first thing after the news reporters say good morning, they always say another crime has happened, another murder has happened, and it's always black on black crime. And it got to come to a point, a day and age to where, we grab each other's hands and we start walking in these communities, walking in these alleys, going in these drug houses, and talking to them. We got to get from behind the microphones, because you can't teach these kids about Jesus when they don't know Jesus, because they're not coming in the church. See, at one time we was coming up, the father used to take his family to church. Then it became where the mother started taking the children to church. Now the mothers are telling the children, go to church. They don't even go with them no more. So the children not even going to church no more. They taking a detour. And that's what happened to me. I come up in the church, but like I said, I went left, and I was punished for going left, because God knew one thing. I didn't bring you this far to leave you. I didn't bring you this far to do the things that you were doing. I'm not saying that I was a saint. At one time, I was 90% devil. But God will chastise you. God will push you back to let the evil get in front of you, to show you, hey, I'm the way, I'm the truth, I'm the light. And that's what happened. But I embraced it. And I turned the negative into a positive. Since I've been home, I started a trucking company. I got a fitness, I got my nonprofit. I do everything that I do is not for me. It's for the betterment of the kids that's coming up under me, the kids that I see that's doing wrong. Look at all these schools that's closing down. Look at the people that we have in office now. They're lowering the age of individuals to go to prison. They stopping all the after school programs. But you got to look at what's going on. If I stop all the after school program, if a child don't have nothing to eat, what's going to happen? He's going to commit to what? Crime, stealing and robbing. Now, keep in mind that the age is lowered now for them to go where? They ain't go to state penitentiary. So we got to keep that in mind.
Yeah, it becomes this vicious cycle, and we all must do our part to try to aid to advance. So when you think about, what you've been through, what God allowed you to go through, how God protected you, and now He's elevating you, how do you hope that your story will inspire and impact others who may be facing their own obstacles or looking for some motivation?
The way that I look at obstacles, or when I'm confronted with an obstacle, is your decision on whether you want to go over, around, under, or through it. Me, I always like to go through it. I love when I'm faced with an obstacle. You ever heard that saying, I hit rock bottom?
Yes.
A lot of people hit rock bottom. I hit rock bottom. But it was that day that I realized, even though I hit rock bottom, God was that rock. He was that rock down there for me to stand on and get out that hole that I had fell in. So it's not a bad thing to hit rock bottom. Sometimes we must hit rock bottom. Like when we was coming up, sometimes, our family used to let us go through something like you knew something was hot and you steady wanted to touch it. It got to the point where your mama gonna let you touch it so you can get burnt. And guess what? You'll never touch it again after that. And that's what's missing right now in this day and age. At one time we were scared of the parents. Now the parents are scared of the kids. They telling them after they don't got in from a hard day work and start cooking, well, mama, I don't want that. I want chicken. And what they do, give them the money to go get some chicken. My grandma gonna tell me, well, you're gonna go to bed hungry if you don't eat that. We need the teaching from the elders again. I was talking to a guy yesterday, and we was talking about the teachers in school, and why, these kids' grades are so low. If you look at who's teaching these classes now, the teachers are almost the same age as the students. So my story is a story that's going to always uplift, because when you're doing time, it's not just you that's doing time. Everybody died on me while I was in prison except my mom. My mom is the only living elder in our family right now. She outlived my great-grandmother, my grandmother, my auntie, my aunt, everybody. And I left her just this morning laying in the bed, eating her chips, watching her little TV show, and drinking her Pepsi. She drank more Pepsis. Pepsi need to give her her own name, because she drank so many Pepsis. It's a shame. Eating her chips and her cookies. That's all she want to do. And guess what? Every time she want them, I'm going to bring it to her. Because at one time for 25 and a half years, I couldn't do nothing for her. So I embrace every moment. I embrace every day I wake up. I take advantage of it.
Yeah. And I was going to say that as I was looking at your story, and to see how your mom never gave up on you. She stood beside you. And that's what we mothers do. And I know that was such a great reunion when you were released 25 and a half years to be able to embrace, hug, kiss your mom. And so I'm glad that you are there for her every step of the way now. And I know that brings much joy on her face and your face. So God is definitely good.
Definitely. God is great.
Yes.
God is great. And I'm going to show you that video one day. We have the opportunity because I had did a video right before they released me, and something happened that had never happened in history before. See, they had took me up for parole to release me. And normally when you make parole, it takes about 45 days, sometimes 6 months for your paperwork to get processed. I made parole, let's just say at 11 o'clock. Before I made it back to the dormitory, the warden sent for me. And I turned around, I went to his office. He said, look, go down there and pack your belongings. He said, I just got a call from DOC. They want you out this jail right now. He said, I got to have you out of here right now. And as soon as I went out, maybe 15 minutes later, because one thing I packed was that I still have all the letters that my mom wrote me over 25 and a half years, in which I plan on putting them in a memoir. And when I was released, the news people was out there, you know, and they asked me, they said, "What's the first thing you want to do?" I said, "I just want to hug my mom. That's it." I wanted to hug my mom without no limitations, without a guard telling me that's enough. Let her go. Y'all can't hold hands. You sit on the left, you sit on the right. That was the best feeling in the world.
Yes.
That was the greatest feeling in the world, actually.
Yep. Things that matter the most. Brandon, I really applaud you. I applaud you for hanging in there. I applaud you for keeping your mom at the forefront. I applaud you for being such a great gentleman. I applaud you for the elevation that you're receiving from God in this season. I applaud you on how you're using your story, your testimony to help so many people and to build strength for those other individuals, not only the strength that's in the gym, but the strength mentally and strength emotionally. So I cannot wait to see what God is up to in your life. The best is yet to come, Brandon. And thank you so much for being on the Anouk Show. We definitely appreciate you.
I thank you. And don't think y'all getting away today by going to the other Planet Fitness, because I will be pulling up.
Okay, sounds good. I know you'll be checking on us. Take care.
All right. God bless.
Same to you. Let's take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back. Hey, this is your girl Anouk, and I personally use and love Mended Naturally products, and I'm not alone. These clean, natural formulas are made to nourish, restore, and pamper your skin the way nature intended. So please check out www.mendednaturally.com. That's www.mendednaturally.com to get your products today and experience the difference for yourself. Pure, simple, and naturally. Again, www.mendednaturally.com. As we conclude today's episode of the Anouk Show, let's carry forward the power of intention into our daily lives. Remember, every day offers a new opportunity to realign with our deepest goals and values. Let's commit to making choices that reflect who we truly want to be. I thank Brandon Jackson for joining us today, and we have to remember sometimes when God is allowing us to just sit, He is really setting us up for something bigger and better and protecting us for something. So we must trust God and trust God's timing. I also want to emphasize to anyone who's in the Shreveport, Bossier, Louisiana area that you do not want to miss the State of Black Shreveport event weekend. It will be phenomenal. They have a lot of activities. You can check it out. Google State of Black Shreveport. But I want to especially emphasize that they are having the Anouk Show. This show in an extended live version, special version, Friday night, Valentine's Day. So that's February 14th. It will be from 7 to 8 p.m. where this show will be live. So come out and enjoy the conversation around love and relationships. So if you have a Valentine's, bring your Valentine's. If you don't have a Valentine's, you come and hang out with us and you might just meet a Valentine's. But we will be airing the show live. Again, it's at Bally's Casino in the Allure Lounge from 7 to 8 p.m. on Friday, February 14th. Don't miss it. Tell a friend. Show up. And guess what? Thank you, thank you, thank you. Until next time, stay intentional, stay inspired, and keep on keeping on.
All right. I pray that you've been inspired.
Protect your peace. Isaiah chapter 26 and verse 3. He will keep you in perfect peace. Keep your mind stayed on Him.
The Anouk Show. Be inspired. Be empowered. The Anouk Show. Thursday morning on GSSL Radio.